I'm back. I'm back and I'm festive today. I'm very, very festive. This is just how I feel. I felt like doing, y'all know purple is my favorite color. I really, really love purple. When I made this headdress, I felt very, very ancestor inspired. And when I made this bracelet, I felt very triple goddess inspired. That's why it has the tree of life, the crescent moon, and the owl. And I love making stuff because when you make things, you can make it like for you. It fits your personality. It fits whatever you're trying. Instead of buying something and it's someone else's creation. So many of us spiritual women, they call us wise women, us beautiful witches. I love being a witch. Oh, y'all, I'm gonna make y'all love that word in a minute. Many of you hate it, but when I get through, you're gonna love it. You're gonna see the word witch, and your face is just gonna light up with all kinds of smiles and admiration. So anyway, you guys, look. But yes, I feel very ancestor like. That's why I got the skulls on there. Maybe a little bit of Oya energy. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, baby, I'm feeling good. And I'm feeling so good, y'all, that I'm about to talk shit. Yup, yup. You know how when you feel good, y'all know how us melanated women are. When we feel good, we start talking shit. So I had my coffee, y'all. So I'm ready. But no, I wanted to talk about this topic because I see this a lot in different memes. I see it in some of my witchcraft groups that I'm in, that I've joined. I'm in a lot of different spiritual groups, not just witchcraft, all types of spirituality. Excuse me, I'm getting hoarse. Um, I'm in all these different kinds of groups, and this topic comes up in many groups, and I see sometimes it causes a lot of controversy, and some women are for it, some are not. Let me get this straight. This is my opinion. These are my thoughts. I am not trying to tell you what not to do, but I'm going to tell you why I don't do it, why I think it's a bad idea. Because if you're on this channel, you must be here to learn something. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to give you a perspective, but I'm not a person who will knock something and then not give you another alternative. Okay. And so this topic is something, like I said, it puts a bad taste in my mouth. It kind of makes me like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Because it causes a distrust. And I just hate that, even some women would even stoop this low. But to me, we're talking about, if you read the title already, it's even hard for me to say, women putting menstrual blood and stuff like that in food. And not just menstrual blood, other bodily fluids too. Okay. So please get to put your children, get them out the room. They don't even need to know about this. So listen, menstrual blood in food to me is one of the lowest forms of witchcraft or spirituality. When I hear women talking about they're doing stuff like this, to me, it just tells me that you're desperate and that you're not very powerful and that you are a person that have not been taught any better. You're untrained, you don't have, because to me it's very unnecessary. Okay, and it's a low level to me, and I think it's very disgusting. So I'm just going to keep it real. I mean, when I think about that, it reminds me of some old ratchet ass witch shit. Okay, because most of you are putting it in spaghetti, and spaghetti, anybody can make that. Okay, so it's like some old rat, I don't know, maybe some a group of ratchet witches in some type of project. Now, I'm not knocking the projects, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking even poor people, but you don't have to be project minded just because you don't have a lot of money. Okay, so what I'm saying is you don't have to just do. So when I hear women doing stuff like that, I feel like you're very desperate at this point, and you're willing to do just about anything. And I don't like desperate women. It's when I see a desperate woman, see, I don't want to hang out with you. I don't want to talk to you. I feel like you're not very bright and you have low self-esteem. And I don't really take well to weakness. You see what I'm saying? I don't really take well to women who don't, it doesn't matter what you look like. I have seen some women, I mean, look like a wildebeest and have a beautiful relationship with a man. Their personality, their style, it doesn't matter. It's more to being beautiful, okay, than just having a pretty face, okay? So women, it doesn't matter, but desperateness is never a good look. And many of you, you end up doing desperate things because you're not learning. You're lazy. You're not willing to put in the work to become a better spiritual woman. You see what I'm saying? When you call yourself a witch, it is also called a wise woman. And it is not very wise to fuck with people food. See, I'm here to also save lives because many of you laughing about this stuff in groups. When that man get a hold of your social media or go through your text messages one day and find out you've been putting period blood in his spaghetti, you're going to get your head knocked off. Okay, I'm just keeping it real. Look, I'm here to save lives. I'm letting you know I do not advocate men putting their hands on women, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if I found out somebody was putting something like that in my food, I'd be about ready to kill you. You see what I'm saying? So that's another reason why it's not really a good idea to play around with people food like that. It gives us other witches, all of us, a bad name. You got men not wanting to eat women's spaghetti. Hello, like, not that that's the only way it can be done, but come on, you guys. To me, this is really, despicable. I have to say despicable. I'm like, why is we don't have to do this? There is another way. Okay. And we're talking about food here. There's all kind of, and I'm not knocking love spells. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking love spells. Love spells can be a wonderful thing. You see what I'm saying? If you're doing it right. But if you're making food for a man, typically these situations are where women are already in relationships with men and they're trying to keep the relationship together. They're trying to make things work. They're trying to keep him from going astray, blah, 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 blah. Okay, because you're not just cooking food for any man. If you're cooking his food, maybe y'all married already, you live together, or you're in some type of serious relationship. Okay. First of all, so we're going to talk about witchcraft with food because what I'm about to say to you is a very safe way, okay, to put love or anything that you want to inside of a meal. First of all, we need to understand that cooking is a form of alchemy. It is a form of magic to cook a meal, okay? So, we as spiritual women, we're supposed to have connections to herbs. We're supposed to have connections to anything that comes from the earth, the air, the water. We're supposed to have, that's how you become close and one with God. That's why city people who live in a city tend to be godless because they're not in tune with nature. Okay. And it's in our essence to be in tune with nature. So, as witches, a lot of you don't want to do the work. Now, I understand many of you do not have Big Mama and other women to help you. That's why I'm here. I'm not a Big Mama just yet, but I have the spirit of a Big Mama. I'm a young Big Mama. I have an old spirit. Believe me, I dye my hair. All of it is gray. I am an early grayer. I'm a very mature person. So, that's why I'm here to let you guys know what's going on. But we also have the power of social media, Google. So you can Google and learn things. You see what I'm saying? You might not have your grandma. Some of you do have grandmothers and they just ignorant. We live in a time where some of these old women are ignorant. They stuck in their ways. You need to teach Big Mama. So because we're in those times, we have to learn information any way that we can. Okay. So there's no excuse for you not to know what herbs are good for. What they're good for your health, and what herbs and different foods are for your spiritual life. Okay. So we know that there are herbs that are good for love, and those same herbs we can eat and they're good for our bodies as well to help create a better mood, to create better health. Okay. So when we know that, what we do is we, just like we take herbs, trying to break it down in a good way, like just how we take herbs and we use them for potions, we use them for elixirs, we use them for whatever we use them for when we're doing our spell work. That's the same thing you're going to do when you're cooking. Okay, so you're going to make a list and find out about all kinds of herbs, spices, and different foods that we use to promote love. I'm not going to give you my recipes. You know how us women are. We don't share recipes. That's intimate. We got to be really close for me to be sharing with you my recipes, but I'm going to give you some ideas. Okay. One thing that you can do when you're trying to create love is to make comfort food. It's called comfort food, okay, for a reason. Comfort food a lot of times are things that are hearty and in pots. And when you put things in pots, you're able to put herbs in there. The herbs that you're going to use, even the drink or drink that you might make for him, a tea. Maybe you might want to make that tea with rose or lavender and different things like that that promote love. When you begin to understand how herbs work, you're going to put your energy into every ingredient that you put into that meal. We're not just cooking, ladies, we're creating a whole ritual out of it. So that means if you want to create love and you want this man, when he eat this food, to love you, that means you're going to play love songs. That means you're going to burn a red candle. That means when you are singing and humming, when you're stirring that pot, you are doing incantations. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to resort to going and I'm going to go get some period blood and throw it in. I mean, that's so stupid. That means you're not in tune with yourself. You have no power, because you would understand when anytime like you're making stew, you might have a bay leaf. You know, we do a lot of manifestation with bay leaves. No, you can't write on it because it's going in somebody's food. I got to say that because some people are really simple. Okay. But you can take a knife and carve on it. You see what I'm saying? Okay, baking, when you bake items like, you know, sweet things. That's why they would make cakes to the Queen of Heaven, because men love the smell of baked goods. Okay, ladies? And a lot of the things that you're putting into these sweet items are things that we use in love spells, like cinnamon and sugar and all these different things. Okay, so you're going to pray, or you're going to put or channel all kinds of energy of love into every single ingredient. You're going to rub your hands, and then every ingredient that you go for, that's what you're going to do. Because this is not only, that's why it's good to make things homemade and from scratch. It's not about just being healthy, but it's also an act of love anyway when you're cooking for somebody. And this is the same thing you're going to do, you're going to manifest when you're trying to heal people. You see what I'm saying? Learn what foods are good for whatever situation. I mean, if you're trying to heal people, putting herbs in a pot and just mixing something together is one thing. But for you to say this is going to heal their body, this is going to make it better, this is going to make this person whole, this is going to heal this person, this is going to heal them, this is going to, you, when you put that energy into it, that is the healing power. You see what I'm saying? Because that is the power of a true witch. I got chills. Woo, okay. That is the power of a true witch. So you don't have to go as far as to using your bodily fluids. You are the power. Okay. Even water is something as simple as water. When you are a magical person, everything, I'm a very spiritual person. Everything that I do is spiritual. Everything. It's just who I am. It's just me. I'm always full of spirit. So, you know, water has memory. They did a test on some water. You could take a cup of water, right? And they did a test on water, and they put the words love inside of a cup of water, and they start telling this water, there's an experiment, look it up, it's experiment on water. And they start telling this cup of water all kind of beautiful things. You're beautiful, you are loved, I love you, speaking these words into this cup of water. Okay. And then they would play classical music for this water. Okay, take the water, and then they would take a drop out of it and drop a drop of that water, you know, and look at that droplet under a microscope. And when they would look at the water, when they would examine the water droplet, they would see that it had all type of beautiful formations to it. It was just beautiful, all kind of beautiful patterns. Like, it was so organized and detailed because of the energy that was put into that water. Then they got another cup of water and put words like I hate you, just all kind of hateful things into that water. And then they took a drop of it, just the same as they did the other one. And when they looked at it, it was all kind of chaos. So you can even stir up water, or even the water cubes that you use. It may seem so trivial, but you'll be surprised how many of you miss opportunities, you know what I mean, to become a better witch, a better spiritual worker. If you think I'm lying, look, let me tell you the science behind this. We have a holiday coming up, you guys. It ain't a holiday of mine. I don't really care for it. I don't celebrate. It has nothing to do with me. But it's called St. Patrick's Day, okay? I don't know St. Patrick. But excuse me, y'all. It's called St. Patrick's Day. And if you notice, around St. Patrick's Day, okay, ladies, men are witching you. Oh yeah, they mamas and grandmamas and stuff done told them how to do it. Okay. When a man hands you a box of chocolates and some roses, you see what I'm saying? These are fake, y'all, but when, some real roses, and he brings those roses to you, Okay, roses are very high vibrating. I have real roses that I like to put in my house. Roses are very high vibrating. Okay, that's why we use rose water a lot, in our spells and our spiritual work, because it's a very high vibrating flower. It causes high vibrations. So he knows what he's doing. He's putting you in a good mood. But those chocolates are the kicker, because chocolate is a natural aphrodisiac. Not only that, there is something in chocolate that causes a person to become to be in a better mood. It's mood changing. If I'm ever around somebody and they're depressed or going through something, handing somebody a cup of hot cocoa or incorporating chocolate into their herbs will help increase a better mood. Chocolate, especially dark chocolate or 100% cocoa, is very good also for lowering blood pressure. You see what I'm saying? So you see the science behind that? It's a holiday about love, yet men are bringing women chocolate and flowers. You see what I'm saying? Because there's a whole science behind it. He is putting you in the mood to receive love. Your guard is down, and many of you will be pregnant. All because of some flowers and some chocolate. Okay, many of us are here today because of some flowers and some chocolate. So, when I talk about how there's a whole science behind food and cooking, this is the reason why your mama, if she didn't tell you, well, I'm here to tell you, or you heard somebody else mama say, don't be eating everybody's food. Don't be eating everybody's cooking, because people not even putting anything into it that would harm you, but their energy. Some women are so powerful, they will cook and send food over to your man, and all of a sudden he got eyes for Mrs. Johnson over there. Miss Johnson don't even look all that good. But she done baked your man a pie, and now he don't even want you no more. So just as food can be a tool that we use to promote love, to promote health. And ladies, this is also why we garnish the plate. You see what I'm saying? Putting flowers and different garnishments on a plate, making it look appetizing. You see what I'm saying? The more emphasis that you put into the meal instead of throwing your nasty ass period blood and some funky spaghetti. You know, how easy is that, to just make some spaghetti and throw some? I mean, in New Orleans, they'll throw it in your gumbo. But to me, come on, you guys, you don't have to do that. If you truly know who you are and you truly have energy, you don't have to go that far. Now, if that's what you're going to do, go ahead and do it. But when your head is knocked off because this man done found out what you're doing, don't come crying to me. I have no healing spells to help you, and now you Willy Lump Lump. I told your ass not to do it. I said, don't go over there putting stuff you ain't supposed to in people food. Some people are just nasty anyway. They're going to find some type of way to be nasty. You see what I'm saying? They'll take anything. They can take something beautiful and just make it nasty. I have seen outfits. Women will do that. It is a very classy. When she get through with it, it's going to look like some trash. You see what I'm saying? So some people, some of you men, you just dealing with some nasty women. So that's just the bottom line. So just like all of these foods can be for healing and promote different type of, love. And also if you're trying to brighten up a mood, just to let you know, citrusy type foods are very good to bring joy. That's why even the Asians, they will slice up a slice of an orange and garnish it on a plate and say that's for a long and happy life. You see what I'm saying? The science behind that, because citrus is a smell that it energizes. It creates more so joy. So if you make chicken, you can make orange chicken, something that's very light. See, there's a science behind everything that we do. If we learn it, if we take the time to become better at it. You see what I'm saying? Instead of always trying to take the easy, desperate way out. So this is not a very, very long video, but I want all of us to get familiar with herbs. I think we all need to have a book. I've been working on a book and just putting like pictures of different herbs, what they are, what they're good for, because we are, the healers. We heal. For many of us that don't have the actual gift of healing where we can lay our hands on people, but we can do it through food. And many of you are very good cooks. You see what I'm saying? You're very, if you, especially if you're, I'm very good at cooking. If you're very good at cooking, then you're good at creating good meals. Then this is something that will be, and then some of you need to learn. And this is a good way for you to learn. If you're doing love spells, it should also benefit you, I feel. You know what I'm saying? It should benefit you in ways outside of just trying to obtain someone's affections. It should make you a better person. It really should. Most spells you do anyway should make you a better person. And I think that's where the problem lies. You're putting too much emphasis and focus on that individual instead of really just working on yourself. You'll be surprised at how, if you take better care of yourself, how people will love you better anyway. Okay. So that's just a way, I don't find this to be a good idea for, ladies to be doing that. This is another alternative. Some of, this might not appeal to none of you or some of you because you're just very dark like that and you just want to do something. You don't really love that person if you are putting period blood in their food. You're just trying to win. And for some women, it's about winning more than it is about love anyway. As Tina Turner said, what's love got to do with it? For some of you, you just want to have your way. You see what I'm saying? And I wanted to say also, just as food, and we can use it to help heal a person or to create love, we can also use food as a form of cursing someone. Okay? So, hey, I'm going to keep it real. There's always a reverse. And I'm here for all of it. So some of you, you got a man you want to get rid of, speak into that cup of water and say death and destruction to your ass. You know what I mean? Stir that pot of food, be like, I hope you choke on it. I hope this caused you to be sick. I hope your stomach, hey, stir it in reverse though. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, many of you are sick because you got a woman cooking for you and she don't like you. She don't like you. Okay, so she's cooking your food and she's wishing you dead. And that's why you're eating good food, yet you're not doing well. Your blood pressure, your cholesterol, she don't want you around. That's the power we have as women. And I'm here to get us all to embrace it. That's why we have the power of life and death. Oya represents life and death, baby. I could either offer you life or I could offer you an early demise. It don't matter. Which shall it be, baby? It's up to you. It's up to you. So that's all I'm saying. Look, if I told you I was gonna talk shit, I had my coffee. I ain't playing. Look, I had my coffee. I'm not playing. So y'all, look, I'm just telling you, like I said, in reverse, you could do it to, get rid of somebody. If you want to, wish him. That's why you shouldn't eat food from a woman who's angry, because I cannot even cook when I'm real mad. The food don't even taste right. You don't season it good. You see what I'm saying? So create a ritual out of what you do. That's why even some of our mothers, our former, they would get together and cook and sing in the kitchen. I saw a little video of some African women and they were all cooking and, singing and doing some little dance while they was cooking. I know that was some happy ass food. I know them people was eating that like, yes, I feel good, because the witches was in that kitchen and they look older too. And they were singing and happy. So sometimes as women, when we cook together in a room, the food tastes better. It really does, because it's the energy that we put in it. Okay, so you are the power. Remember that, ladies. You don't have to stoop to low levels when you develop your gifts and you understand that you are the power, and you don't have to, if you want to do something with your period blood, do some work on your own ass. How about that? It's your blood. Put it on and do something for you. Okay, I don't think it's a good idea anyway, because many of you end up stalked by somebody, and that's not a good energy. I'm trying to tell you. You want somebody to really love you, you would stop using that damn blood. Okay, I know it was the blood. They wasn't talking about it like that, y'all. That wasn't what they was talking about. So if you want to use your own bodily fluids, do some work on yourself. That is a very powerful way. Sometimes we prick our fingers. I have pricked my fingers and did work for myself. I don't give out my blood. You should be very sacred with that anyway. I know you love him, but girl, please, you have loved many people in your life. You have loved many men. Don't act like he probably won't be the last one either. You see what I'm saying? But he find out you've been putting blood in his stuff. That might be the last one you ever loved. I'm just trying to tell you. So like I said, do some work on yourself with that. Don't be so quick to just give people your blood anyway. It ain't a good idea. you know. So this is a video out of love. I probably hurt some feelings, but I don't care. I don't care. You know, it's all about change and elevation. When you know better, you do better. You know, let's do better, ladies. Let's be classy about it. I mean, don't get me wrong. We could be hood, we could be sexual, we could be beautiful, and but at the same time, let's have a bit of class behind what we do. Okay, we don't want to go in, 2020, whatever they want to call it, doing some old ratchet witch shit. Okay, you call yourself a goddess, but it's sitting up there playing in your period blood and putting it in people's spaghetti. I don't see that as being very goddess like. Okay, so you guys, that's just my video on this topic. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. I don't bite. You know what I'm saying? Y'all leave some comments and share this in some groups. Give ladies an opportunity to learn something else for a change. Okay, when you see somebody make a meme or something about, check this video out by my sis Yansa Mahala, girl. She talking about another alternative to your desperate ass. Okay, so there it is, you guys. And like I said, take care, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.